Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape From Tarkov video. In this video, I'm covering over all the max traders and what they sell and all the new items that you will see in patch 12.12. Well, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so starting off with Prapor, I'm going to show you the items that have either changed, noted, and stuff like that. So nothing really new on Prapor level 1. However, Prapor level 2 has a new sight. At least I'm fairly confident it's new. I've never seen it before. And it's got a dovetail mount that goes with it. Now, it's about 30,000 rubles and it's really clean. If this is in the previous WAP, I didn't know about it. But it takes up a lot of room real estate on the screen. But the actual sight goes on like your AKMNs, AKMSNs, stuff like that. And it's got a really clean sight picture. Besides the actual sight itself taking up a lot of space on the screen, it's actually really easy to use. So if you're doing something like Punisher Part 1 and 2, where you're going to go onto shoreline and kill scavs, put this on an AKMN and or AKMSN, and you'll be able to get through that quite easily with this. I would just use this. This is actually really nice. Next one to take note of is with Prapor level 3, the RGO hand grenade. Now, I'll quickly skip to Prapor 4 as well, because he has the RGN hand grenade. Now, I'll have in the background them getting thrown and shown off. But the RGN is 16,000 rubles and it's an impact grenade. So when you throw it and it hits them, it will blow up and instantly kill whoever's there. I've used this a fair bit already and it's really powerful. You can literally just VoIP someone, go, oi, and they go, what? And you throw the grenade and say, catch. And then they catch it and they die.
Catch.
Yeah, 16,000 rubles for the RGO at Prapor 3. And then at Prapor 4, you have the RGN, which is pretty much the exact same thing. They have very slightly differences when it comes to the explosion radius. And I believe the RGO is better with its 3 to 8 meter explosion radius instead of 2 to 6. I haven't tested out with people exactly how far away you can stand with both of them. But from my experience, they just kill really easily. You obviously have to have Prapor 4 to get the one with the barter trade, but the barter trade one doesn't always sell out. So at the moment, nails are only about 10,000 rubles each. So you can actually get this cheaper than the RGO, and it's barter tradable. So not everyone gets it straight away. You've got a little bit of extra opportunity to get that one. However, you can only get 2 of each per reset, and they do sell out generally. The Prapor 3 one, of course, but the Prapor 4, not always. So once you do finally get up to Prapor 4, you can use this. It also counts towards your Grenadier task for getting 12 grenade kills for that task. Now that's all the noteworthy stuff for Prapor. Now moving over to Therapist. Now at Therapist level 2, you have the injector case. This is a barter trade at the moment, and it takes 10 med tools, 7 syringes, and 8 H2O2s. Now these items are going down in value a lot at the moment. Med tools were originally like 300,000 each. They're down to about 30k. I picked up this whole thing for about 500,000 rubles via the barter trade. I anticipate it's going to only get cheaper. I've in the video in the background showing you that you can put any sort of the injectors in there, but you cannot put any meds. It takes up 1 slot. So if you're going to a map like Labs, you can literally put this inside your secure container and pick up a total of 16 syringes to just, make extra money. So for 1 square, you pick up 16 syringes. If you die or not, you can actually make a fair bit of money. Syringes generally sell for around about 20,000 rubles as an average. So if you were to fit all 16 in there, that would be 320,000 rubles for 1 square. And if you had a black key card for Labs, you would nearly always make that 320,000 rubles every raid. So I think this is definitely a new addition that you will want to take into Labs, because it's just such an easy way to make a lot of money. And on top of that, you can put it in a yellow and a green stem for those emergency situations where you want to get that extra health back while you're in combat, and it won't take up much space. So definitely a big win there if you're interested in taking stims. Next for Therapist level 3 is the new key card holder. Now it says here 508.88, but when you actually do select it, it's 508,000. So the key card case holder, it's a 16 case holder, and you can put all your Labs cards, access cards in there. So this counts the access cards, but also the yellow, green, blue cards also do fit in there. None of the lab keys fit in there or any other keys, but it's still a good spot to be able to put in all your access cards. If you do go into a labs raid and you don't want to take in keys for whatever reason, this would be an option to have 1 slot taken up. However, if you just want some extra storage space inside your stash and you want to have all your access cards only taking up 1 square, this is how you can do it. The one cool thing about this is if you do find it in a marked room, generally it will have a labs access card in there or a colored card. I've seen videos from people getting reds to 2 reds to, just each other color in the rainbow, really. So if you do find this in a marked room, get excited because you never know what will be inside there. All right, side note, something I didn't actually realize until a little bit later on. The key card holders can also go inside a document case. So you can actually put it with your labs keys and chuck that in that doc case. Then all your lab key cards can go in there. And then you can go into labs with your docs case and your other labs keys and then still have the ability to open doors and take up a lot less space. Lastly, for therapist level 4, I thought this is more just a noteworthy thing. The labs access card is still up there at level 4 and it's only 166,500 rubles compared to previous whites where it was even more expensive, and you can still buy 1 per reset. So at the moment, this is generally my way to get into labs. I just buy this every time it comes off cooldown, and then yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. Now moving over to Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper has a lot of other little attachments and stuff that you guys can discover as you go through, but I thought I'd point out a lot of the notable stuff. So the first one, the Mark 18 smoke grenade. This is very different to the Russian hand grenade, a smoke grenade that we've been throwing in the game previously, because this one activates as soon as you throw it. So you'll actually see a plume of smoke as you throw it, and then it will start pluming up an area. Now, the one thing about smoke grenades in Escape from Tarkov is they don't really get limited by walls, so they will just go straight through a wall. This one does pretty good job of obscuring the view of someone that's trying to look at you. And I haven't tested it with a thermal, but I do believe you should still be able to see straight through smoke with a thermal because it doesn't give off a heat signature. So then you would be able to throw this like I used to do in factory. You throw it in the hallway and then you can sit on the other end with a thermal sight. And then when people go into the hallway on factory, you can shoot them. Or you could do this on different maps too. So it gives you an option if you want to throw smoke grenades. And this one is actually worthwhile using because it's very easy to throw because it gives off smoke straight away and very quickly it will cover up an area. Now for both Peacekeeper level 2 and 3, you will have the new USP pistol that has been added to the game. There's 4 places you can get the USP, being from Peacekeeper and also from Mechanic. And the general difference between these pistols are the MOA, which is the meters of angle or when shooting something at a long range. So each one of these has a different one. So the smaller, the better. So you want that down to if that was 0, you'd always hit perfect point of aim. So they come from just being labeled tactical. Then there's match and etc. Expert. Just slightly different mods on each one of them. And they're a lot of fun to use. They use the 45 ACP ammo. Now from Peacekeeper level 3, you will have the Mark 16. Now this is the Scar L. I actually only discovered recently that the difference between the Scar L and Scar H, or the reasoning why they're called Scar L and Scar H, is it's the Scar Light and the Scar Heavy. The Light is the 5.56 variant and the Scar H is the Heavy, being the 7.62 variant. So I actually didn't know what the L and H stood for. Now I do. So the Scar L is located at Peacekeeper level 3. This is your 5.56. Personally, I have not found any way to use these successfully, just because the recoil is so extreme. Maybe once my assault rifle skill and recoil level skills go up a bit more, they'll be a lot more accurate. In my opinion, the Scar H is actually more accurate than the Scar L. I don't know if that's just, my mind playing tricks on me, but I just haven't had much success using the 5.56 Scar. So have fun with this. Obviously, once there's more, you start modding them out more and there'll probably be a meta Scar L to use. Maybe there will be an option to use it as full auto, but with all the recoil changes in the game, it's really hard to use most of the assault rifles at full auto. Next to note on Peacekeeper is the flashbang. So there is now a new flashbang for Peacekeeper level 3, very similar to the other one. So it doesn't really make much of a difference which one you use. I think there might be a very slight difference in the explosion delay. So this is a 2-second with the Jaeger. However, the Peacekeeper is a 1.5 seconds. So it's a little bit faster, so you'll be able to flash them easier, but the actual flash itself doesn't really seem to be any different from what I can tell. Next from Peacekeeper 3 is the G28 Patrol. This is your HK 417 semi-automatic rifle, whereas I'm fairly confident that the difference between a G28 and a HK 417 is the 417 is full auto, whereas the G28 is semi-automatic. I'm sure the gun nuts out there will correct me if I'm wrong, but I have fired a HK 417 in real life, good fun. And we used it as our marksman rifle when we were in the military. So the difference, with this barter trade, it takes a big card with blue markings on it. These were selling for 100k at the start of the wipe, and I bought like 10 of them just because in that way I could buy heaps of these rifles. And I've already gone through all 10 of them because I just have so much fun with this gun. This one is the barter trade version way of getting it. It comes with the new sight, which I'll show off in a minute. But this sight I don't really like as much as the other new sight's been added. But this is a very cheap way of getting a nice, very powerful marksman rifle. Semi-automatic, really easy to fire. The sight's really good if you want to go onto Lighthouse and pick off rogues. It's a really good gun in general to use. Next up, Peacekeeper 4. Now, this is where you'll find your Scar Ls. There's 2 of them. The major difference between the 2 of them is really just a little bit of ergonomics difference, and then also the MOA. So this is a longer barrel version. There is a short barrel version located on, I think it's Jaeger or Mechanic. It's Mechanic. That will have a higher ergonomics, but higher MOA of angle. So personally, I found this one a lot easier to mod and to fire more accurately. I don't know, maybe it's because it's slightly slower firing rate. Not totally sure. But generally, this was a really powerful gun to use, and I was able to kill a lot more people using it. It's quite expensive compared to other guns, though. So it's up there with the SA58 in power and price. It's up to you. Like I said, have some fun with it. I think the SA58 will still probably be the king in this category, but maybe because of the recall of the SA58, it might be a little bit different. But have some fun with these guns, and I'm just really showing you off where you can find them. So enjoy. Now, over to mechanics. Something I want to point out before I go any further with actually showing off the new stuff is the barter trades. Now, I can't believe how much some items are going for on the flea market. I'm going to try and help you save some money here. Now, for some gunsmith tasks, you will need to have specific items. Like, for example, this Fortis shift grip, right? It's needed for a gunsmith part, I don't know, 13 or 14 or 11 or 10 or somewhere around there. They will sell for on the flea market for like 100,000 rubles, but you could do this barter trade for probably a lot less. And you get an MPX on top of it. But that's just one of the ones I wanted to show off. The other ones is like the B11 handguard, the MOE handguard for the M870, and most importantly, this one right here. Now, this only costs the price of a fuel conditioner, and these I sold for 300,000 rubles each, and I've sold probably 20 of them. I get them in labs and then sell them on the flea market. Anywhere between 150 is the lowest I've sold them for, up to 300,000 rubles. Now, if you have mechanic level 2, which is, I think, about level 20, which is around where you're going to have gunsmith number 3. All you need is a fuel conditioner. You can get that for 40k, do a barter trade, and you just save yourself probably 100 to 200,000 rubles. Guys, just have a look around for some of this stuff because there is a lot of it located for the gunsmith task. BSG was nice enough to add a lot of these things to barter trades to give us the opportunity for hardcore playthroughs. So people who want to do certain things or want to get the gunsmith task done earlier, you're able to do barter trades to actually reduce your cost. Anyway, level 2 mechanic, you have the Mark 16 Contract Wars. This is a Scar L for you guys to check out. It's fairly modded, has a lot of cool stuff on it. If you want to use it, go for it. That is located there. The Bitcoin trade is still the same. It's not worth doing. The Tetris's vendor for 75k each, so there's 150k. But the green bats are really rare at the moment, and you need them for the hideout. 400,000 rubles for the green bats, so I just wouldn't do this barter trade. You're better off just selling the green bats on the flea. Next up, mechanic 3. Now, this barter trade was here for the previous wipe, but the black key card is there. The earlier you get this, probably the better it will be for you if you do a lot of labs runs, and it will make you a lot of money. I always think it's worth pointing out that from mechanic level 3 and 4, you will have the USP expert and then the USP match. Really, like I said, and there's the elite 2. So there's a lot of USP variants. Literally all it comes down to is your MOA 8.9, this one's 7.7, and then 6.7. So obviously this is the most accurate one. And then there's a slight difference in ergonomics, and yeah, really have some fun with the pistols. The USP is actually quite fun to use. It won't replace the 5.7, but it's still in the game. Have some fun with it. Lastly, you'll be able to buy the Mark 17. This is the Scar H, but the CQC, close quarter combat variant. And it's got a shorter barrel. It's got the 13-inch barrel instead. I think it's the 16 and 20-inch barrels. So it's got a higher ergonomics, but a much worse MOA, and also recoil will be a lot worse because it's got a shorter barrel. So that is where you'll find the CQC variant of the Mark 17. Over to Ragman. Now with Ragman, there is really not many changes at all. Something noteworthy to take is in last wipe, they added the Burkut to Ragman 1. So there's no excuse to be able to not wear a backpack in a raid. Unless you're like trying to really budget it up. But if you're trying to make money, backpacks will make you money. Ragman level 2, they added the new Grappa backpack, which is a 25 square backpack located on Ragman 2. And there is a multicam variant at Ragman 3. Now, something I want to point out is on Ragman 4, there is the new 3-day pack. And it's also a 25 square backpack, but it takes up less space. So I did a little bit of testing with it just to show you right here. This is the new backpack. This is the Grappa. You can actually put in the new backpack into the Grappa and you'll have some spare space free. However, you can't put another backpack in there. So it's one of those things where sometimes you can get a little bit extra space by doing it this way. But overall, probably wouldn't spend too much time thinking about this. I just thought it's interesting to point out for you. Now to where the fun stuff is, the last but not least, Jaeger. So revolver shotgun located on Jaeger level 1. This revolver shotgun is a lot of fun. Personally, I don't like it. I can't seem to get much success out of it just because you shoot one round and then you got to shoot one. Like it's very, very slow action. You can do the double action and stuff like that. Personally, I don't find it very successful at all. However, the double barrel, this is a totally different story. I've done some testing with this. I'm going to make a video specifically on it. It's a lot of fun. You can load both barrels and you can have it on single shot or both double barrel at the same time. Tested this at range. It will literally hit like an inch apart at range. It's so accurate. And I've been able to sniper scan from like 150, 200 meters away using slugs. This is just a beast of a gun. 2 AP20 rounds. You can sit somewhere, wait for someone to come by. If you hit them in the arm, you are going to put them down to like 150 health. Or if you same with you hit them in the leg. But if you hit them in the chest or the head, they are guaranteed dead. You go arm into chest, it's either gonna kill them or scare the shit out of them and put their chest down to nearly no health. It's just a beast of a gun. Have some fun with it. If you can't get the AP20 round, which is obviously located on the highest level of Jaeger, it's going to take you some time to get there. Try out different ammo. The highest damage early on rounds you're going to get is at Jaeger level 2 with the 8.5mm buckshot. If you can double barrel someone in the leg with this, I'm fairly confident you'll nearly always kill them in the leg or the stomach. And I'm not sure about the arm, but it'd be very bloody close if you didn't kill them in the arm. It depends on how many pellets will hit of that buckshot. There's 8 pellets within it. So if you could hit all 8 on one round and then, I don't know, 3 on the other, you should nearly always kill them. So I think you'll need about 11 pellets to kill them every time. So have fun with that. It's a beast. I want to hear some big explosions when I'm running around the map. It sounds like a monster. Now with Jaeger level 1, we have the rangefinder. I've used this in the Pestily like videos I've been filming.
Man, had some pineapple juice on him.
Delicious. You know what they say about pineapple juice?
Makes your cum taste great.
And it's a lot of fun. The Vortex rangefinder, it's not mounted on top of the gun. It's just with like you just a handhold. Eventually it will go into the compass slot on the gun. So you'll be able to, you know, press U instead and it'll pop up and you'll be able to just have a look and then put it down to find out the range. But it's a little fun tool to find out if you want to do some sniping to find out the exact range of where things are. Now over to Jaeger 3, there's not really anything on Jaeger 2 to show off. On Jaeger 3, there is a heap of new mounts for the new sights being added. And then you got the Schmidt and Bender scope, and you have the Vortex Razor. The Vortex Razor is now going to replace the Voodoo as the meta sight. This thing is extremely clear and easy to use. It's perfect sight picture and there's perfect eye relief, and you'll be able to take shots at people super easy. I use this pretty much primarily on any gun that I use, and it's honestly the most fun to use. So it's very expensive. I think it's around 78,000 rubles, 75,600 rubles. I'll have the footage in the background showing you which sight is which, but the extremely clear one, Vortex Razor, is super fun and will be the meta for a while at least. And then the Schmidt and Bender is also quite a strong and powerful sight. It's the one that comes with the G28 with the barter trade, and it's definitely fun to use. So take advantage of that. And then next up, we have the G28, which is the one that you purchased. This one's 300,000 rubles, comes with a more powerful Schmidt and Bender sight, which is a 3 to 12x. This thing, it's really great for the lighthouse, being able to shoot the rogues. And it's a ready to go gun. You just buy this gun, got a extra little aim point on top of it that you can use. And it's just a heap of fun. Now for Jaeger level 3, there is the Raptor laser rangefinder. This one is a rangefinder that you can mount to the gun. If you put this rangefinder on top of like one of these sights here, in the back here, you can use like a Vortex Raptor, have that at the top. You can actually see the range of the top of the screen at the same time as you firing on target. So it's a really, really easy way to figure out where exactly the range is, and then you can take the shot. Turn on your rangefinders. All you need to do is press T. Same as turning on a flashlight, unless you rebound it to something else. And that's all it is. Cool little fun rangefinder you can use the mounts to the gun. So, a bit to go through. Hopefully you guys actually gain something from this. It's, you know, there's a lot of new stuff being added. I did try and just go for the main items that would be most important for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully that was what you wanted. If not, I'm sorry I wasted your time. But if you did enjoy it, please like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to put out a heap of guides. There'll be a hideout guide coming out with all the latest stuff from the hideout and things to know and how to improve on using your hideout more efficiently. So like and comment for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe and notification bell to keep up to date for the latest Tarkov content. I do have drops on my Twitch stream, my live stream on the 28th and 30th of December. I'll be live for all 24 hours if you want to get free items there. So come and check it out over there. Besides that, yeah, have a wonderful, merry and happy Christmas. And lastly, I'll see you next time.